Hi guys, this is Matt from howtosignup4webhosting.com. Today we're going to talk about how you would add a link in a post in WordPress. Now, when I talk about WordPress, I mean WordPress.org, the software WordPress on your own domain. But the same principle, or the same, since WordPress, the backend of WordPress is the same, it can work for either. So while I'm using my own domain, and I'm at how to sign up for web hosting in the back end, just go to add new post, and that's where I'm at now. But if you had a WordPress.com domain, that would you could use this video and understand the links there as well. Now I'm going to show you how to add a link to both on both the visual editor and then the text editor. And the text editor being the HTML, CSS, the actual code, and the front end being the what you see is what you get kind of editor. Okay, so the easiest way, and again, this may be straightforward to a lot of people, but if you're new, you may not know anything about it. So what you would do on the front end would, say we wanted to link to google.com. Well, just typing google.com isn't going to do it. What you need to do is highlight it. So you take your cursor and drag it over. And then what you see here, and if you hold it over, you see it says insert/edit link. You would click that. This is the URL. Okay, so this is what you would choose. And then you would just type in, the HTTP is already there. You type in www.google.com. Okay, so pretty straightforward. You could add you can click this box, and that would mean that when someone clicked that link, it would open Google in a new tab or a new window, and your blog would still be underneath, or it would still be in another tab. So generally I don't do this, but if I'm referring to a link that is people are going to want to continue reading the post that the link's in, I'll click this box. But if it's at the end of the post, or if I don't really necessarily think they want to continue reading, I'll leave this unchecked. The title is what you would get if you mouse over the link. Okay, so we could just put in Google there. Okay, but you're not going to be able to see that title when you just look at the link. And there you go. So we have the Google. You can see it's underlined. It generally would be blue, I think, but it's purple here just because I visited Google today, probably. So it's going to show as purple, as in you've already visited the site, you've already clicked on it, is what it thinks. So that's how you do it on the front end, or the and that's pretty straightforward. So if we had this is a sentence, we got locked into this thing here. Say this is a sentence. We go back. You can see that this isn't linked. So this is a sentence that contains a link. Alright, so then you can choose anything. It doesn't have to have the .com. You can choose any part of the sentence, and you could link to something. So let's say we want to link to how to sign up for webhosting.com. We can use that, and there you go. So when you would publish this would go to Google, and then even though this doesn't have Google, have how to sign up for web hosting or .com or anything in it, it still goes to that site. So that's pretty straightforward. Now, the reason that that whole sentence was showing up as a link earlier is because of what's going on back here. So what you have is, if you want to create a link, you have to do this number. Okay, it's A, so it's like this little less than sign, A space href equals quotation marks, and then you type in the site. So if we wanted to go to CNN.com to maybe read some news, we would type in http://www.cnn.com, close that. Okay, so you would then do the greater than sign. So that pretty much closes this, and it tells, okay, we're going to start a link. This is where we want it to go. Then we're going to do another less than sign / and that closes that link. Hit the A again so they know what, so the WordPress knows what we're closing, and then the greater than sign. And then the trick is whatever we put right here, that's what's going to be highlighted. That's what's going to be part of the link. So maybe we could put news. Okay. And then that you create a link. And then if you type outside of that, you can go here for news. Then you can put a period after. Okay. You're going to need to put a space after the for here. Okay, because there will be no space. If you don't leave a space here, then there'll be no space. So then let's take a look at that. Alright, so then we still have what we put before, but then you have go here for news. Okay, and that is, and if we click here, we can click over it, and you can always click there and check and see it's at CNN.com. Alright, one last thing we'll go over is for this, when we put the title, you can also add the title in there. Like I said, we put it as Google, but you don't have to do that. It's good to do it. It kind of tells the visitor what it is. You can be more descriptive in that title, so when they hold their mouse over it, it'll show up a little box. But you don't have to do that. But you have to put the A like here, and then href equals. You have to do the quotation mark, the full address, and then the closing quotation for all external links. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm going to go over today. I hope that was helpful for those who aren't familiar with the system. All this code, this right here, applies for any HTML, any HTML page. This same code works, but in WordPress it's really easy to go back and forth and to see what it's going to look like when you click back and forth between the visual, the what you see is what you get editor and the text editor. Okay. But anyway, guys, I hope that was helpful. This is Matt from howtosignup for webhosting.com. Thank you for your time.